There was a time when children were economic assets, and then along came all these concepts of a child's rights and schools. Children stopped working. The school became work, and the load now shifted to the parents. And it kept growing in radius because now there was the child's happiness and self esteem that began to be held up as the absolute moral values. Everyone forgot that these two values, elusive notions, are tied up with effort and pushing and doing things one does not normally want to do. For the earlier generations, this discipline and structure and that hateful nagging was provided by the parents, but for this generation, there was no one after school and college. Not for want of trying, but the young themselves have developed a very, very private, independent, and individual sense of self. And the personal choice has really become a virtue. And we are also celebrating failure, more confusion, and by now, the parents have no clue as to the kind of future they need to prepare their kids for. So they typically try to prepare them for every eventuality. In other words, the child must have cognitive skills, problem solving smarts, kinesthetic talents, and so on. Plenty of structured activities. I've done that too. And let's face it, school is never enough. And then there are the experts. First, they strip the parents of their authority by urging democracy at home. Be your child's friend. And in the absence of any script, the parents lurch from being enablers to supporters. And all this frantic parenting is happening in cultures, most of which do not offer a basic infrastructure, let alone any state support for child rearing. Of course, the parents will do all it takes to ensure their kids have a decent shot at a life of enough and dignity. Today, a typical middle class family puts everything it has into bringing up the children. Now, presuming the child does make it to a good school and college, and parents step back with trust in the reputed institution, what typically follows then? Well, guess what? At the end of 4 or 5 years, they may end up meeting a chaotic stranger shaped by peer parenting and administrative alienation. Parents are soft targets today. They are so petrified of their kids having to suffer, so they just listen and nod their heads at all this talk of parents living their dreams through their kids. It's a big lie, as big a lie as this dictum that happiness and self-esteem can be ensured from outside. This is a lie. This is too big a burden to bear. We forget that these are not values in themselves. There is no curriculum for happiness and confidence. They cannot be goals unto themselves. These are byproducts of a work ethic and productivity. That's all I did. I tried to teach my kids decency, morality, integrity of effort. I tried very hard not to hurt them. I failed at times. Well, there was a struggle to be self fulfilled and sacrificing at the same time. Would you say all of this was living my dream through my kids? No, not at all.